Hello and welcome back everybody to Symphonic Rain. So, today's random story in the beginning of the episode is loosely connected to Chris because it is about dipshits. So, the other day I was on Reddit. Actually, I'm more than usually the other day on Reddit. I'm actually basically every day on Reddit. I'm way too much on Reddit actually. But I was on the wrestling subreddit r²circle. And there was a guy who was like, where can I find a link to this match online? And then someone answered he can't, wait for the DVD, you know? And they were like, yeah, as if I'm buying DVDs, we live in the time of pirates and I don't know, you know all that good stuff. And then someone answered, you know, these are small indie promotions. It was an indie promotion. These are small indie promotions. They barely make money. You should really support them. And there was like this huge argument, and this guy was really an asshole. I mean, we can argue about pirating or not. This is not my main problem here. But he was a huge asshole, like a huge asshole. And the thing is, always when I look in the history of assholes on Reddit, they're usually commenting on are the red pill or are the Donald or something like that, you know? It is weird how all the assholes in the wrestling community are usually also these white supremacists and racists and I don't know. Like, and I don't want to say something bad about the wrestling community. Actually, I love the wrestling community on Reddit, really. It's one of the best wrestling communities out there. But the dipshits are usually also dipshits in real life. Who would have thought? Just wanted to mention it and kind of rant about it. Like, dude, you're an asshole in real life, you're an asshole on the internet. What do you have in your life, you know? There's nothing left for you. Nothing. Be at least somewhere decent. Jesus. Okay, so we're here with Val after last episode's emotional discussion about backstories and stuff. And yeah, let's see what goes on with these two. We finished rehearsing and started to clean up. Our talk yesterday had affected us both positively. While my official reply to Ari was still up in the air, it had taken considerable weight off my shoulders. While it wasn't like anything had changed, the fact that the girl in front of me knew about my current problems provided me with a sense of security. In turn, I knew of her problems as well. Well, I guess her only real problem is to do a great performance, you know? And we already knew about helping her to make a great performance before that. Maybe that is why it didn't hit me so much emotionally, because it didn't change so much about the whole situation going on, you know? Now that I think about it. I mean, basically we're still at the same point we were before her telling us that. And I mean, Val and Chris are getting closer to each other for such a long time now. You actually I kinda expected a bit more, which is weird because I'm always for a slow build and stuff. But I think we've reached the point where something more massive could have happened, you know? Good luck at work. But I guess we're going to build for the more massive things from here on now that he knows her backstory. That would make a lot of sense though. So as mentioned, I'm not complaining. It's just like a personal thing for me, in this case. It's not objectively wrong what happened. Nah, I'll pass. I didn't need to go to Koperi to have Val's cooking, and we were spending enough time together as it was. Yeah, see ya. So are we going to meet Asino or Torta or someone? After such intensive, albeit short practice sessions, I always felt sort of listless. Just when I was thinking of getting something to drink at the cafeteria before heading home, I ran into Torta.
Oh, Chris. 食堂に行くところ? 練習室で食べたんじゃないの?
Yeah, I already ate. I just felt like getting something to drink.
へえ、一人で?
That is the idea.
じゃあさ、私もいいかな?
I don't, obviously.
じゃあ、 行こうか。
Okay. The unusually serious atmosphere foreshadowed Torta's intention. Foreshadowed Torta's intention. Undoubtedly, there were things she needed to talk to me about. She'd been getting letters from Ari too, after all. If Ari had disclosed enough to her, there was no doubt I'd get asked about it.
それでどうするつもりなの？
It happened right after I placed 2 drinks on the table and sat down. Her tone was composed, without even a hint of condemnation. Jesus, what am I reading? Like the last 3 episodes I really read nonsense. It very nearly betrayed nonchalance. Just to be sure, how much do you know?
別れようってクリスに書いたところまで。
Yeah, that is about basically all though. I see, so basically everything. Okay, how was I supposed to reply to this? I had yet to decide what to do about Ari. Although everything regarding Falsita had been set in stone at this point.
ファルシータさんとの演奏はやめるつもりはないんでしょ？
That would be retarded though. I'm with Chris there. He got way too close to Fal, that is true. But he can't just be like, nope, not doing it. Like this is impossible. I don't.
そっか。ならアルのことは。
I haven't decided anything regarding Ari.
決めてるってことだよ。
And that is so much not fucking true. This is so much bullshit. Why can't he make a musical performance with a girl? I mean, the problem here is that it's a girl he's into, obviously. But Ari can't know that. Or if she knows from Tartar, so it's secondhand information. It's like it's all so screwed up. It's all so screwed up. I haven't written my letter to Ari yet. I don't think Fal has anything to do with this. Yeah, I'm on Chris' sides with this one though.
同じだよ。
To me she doesn't.
アルにとってよ。
Yeah, that is her problem.
アルがクリスにどんな手紙を書いたか細かいところまでは私は知らない。でもクリスのことをアルに教えたのは私だから知っておきたいの。
Well, A, it's not, and B, it's too late anyway. Of course it is. I'll tell you anything you want to know.
じゃあ一番聞きたいこと。
Wait a minute, did I get the last sentence wrong? I don't know the details of Ari's letter to you, but the one who told Ari everything about you, so I'd like to know. Ah, okay, so you're asking him questions now. I thought you asked if it was okay that she already told her all that shit. Torta produced a smile and continued.
ファルシータさんのことは好き？恋人とか付き合ってるとかじゃなくて純粋に彼女のことをどう思ってる？
Well...
本当は聞かなくても答えは分かってるんだけど直接クリスの口から聞きたいの。
Just to make it clear, we aren't lovers or anything, but we're partners. And if you ask me if I truly like her, I think I'd have to say that I do. There was no point in hiding it. I don't... Your game plan is also not so good, Chris. Like, if you planned to get back together with Ari, this is not the perfect game plan. There was no way I could not like her. Yeah, but, I had learned a lot about her and her goals, and it was a pure desire to want to assist her in realizing them.
分かった。
I want to do something for her. Anything that is within my power.
なら私から言うことはないね。
Hey, what did Ari tell you?
クリスのことは責めないでねって。
With that, Torta got up on her feet.
頑張るんだよ。
I've been hearing that a lot lately.
で、返事は？
I will, of course.
よろしい。
These fucking people, nobody is having a conflict that is really needed at this point. Like somebody has to hit his fist or her fist on the table and be like, you are an asshole. Everyone has a reason to point fingers right now and say, you're an asshole. Like, Chris could hit on the table and be to Torta like, what did you think about reporting her this nonsense? And Torta could be like, what did you think starting all this shit with Fall? And Ari could be like, what did you think, Chris, that you started this shit with Fall? And Chris could be like, what do you think believing all this shit from Torta? Everyone right now, he has a reason to start a big conflict that's kind of needed, so not everybody be like, yeah, do your best, you're free to do whatever you want. Ha. Like, shit has to be sorted out at one point. And this point was 5 episodes ago, basically. I didn't even read that sentence. Yeah, fuck it. But then I remembered it was supposed to be the other way around. Torta did it long before her. Ever since we were small, she would use that mature tone to scold us. Mostly to compensate for Ari, who had always been the shy type. Looking at it from that angle, Torta and Fawny might be quite alike.
Ah, そうだ。
Huh? What is it?
彼女の働いてるトラットリアってどこだっけ？
Are you going?
なんとなくね。行ってみたいかなって思っただけ。
Yeah,
どん
that
な
is
料理を作る人なんだろうって。
that is a great idea.
ああ、でも実際に料理を作ってるわけじゃないか。
Actually, she might be. Some of the things she said to me implied she was supervising things in the kitchen.
そうなんだ。じゃあ、
Want to go? I wouldn't mind tagging along if you'd like.
そうね。それもいいかもね。
She told me she's working until 6 today. Shall we go before that?
それでもいいよ。それまで私は練習してるけど。
I'll just wait at home.
練習しなくていいの？
I already did. Can you meet me in front of my place at around 5:30?
はいはい。近いの？
About 5 minutes on foot.
わかった。でも濡れるの嫌だから、クリスの部屋でいい？
Of course, that's even better.
じゃあそれで。
With that, Torta left the cafeteria with the usual smile plastered about her face. I woke up to the sound of a knock on the door. It seemed I'd fallen asleep while loitering around on my bed. Coming!
ごめん遅れて。途中で忘れ物に気づいて、学院まで取りに行ってたら遅れちゃった。
Huh? It's that late already? I turned around and noticed the clock was pointing at a little past 6.
30分くらい遅れたはずだけど。ってクリス、寝てたわね。寝てたわね。
I hadn't noticed Farney in the room. Her voice came from someplace in the distance.
ねえ、トルタは上がってかないの？
Farney asked, despite knowing I couldn't answer. I ignored her and replied to Torta. Just a little nap. I got tired of waiting.
いいや、その顔はずっと寝てた顔だね。ずっと寝てたよ。
Oh, who cares? Hold on, I'll get my stuff.
はいはい。仕方ないな。
That is my line.
クリスが起きてればすぐに出られたのにな。
Oh, I give up. I left Torta at the entrance and returned to the room. Apparently she still really likes me, although I broke her sister's heart, at least in her mind. Everything, they all have a weird relationship. Am I the only one? Now, to be fair, and I thought about this just now, we could say this is like 19th century and stuff like this. So everyone behaves differently naturally. And things are not sorted out the way they are these days. But on the other hand, there are so many things that wouldn't have been happening in the 19th century like this. For example, Val going alone with Chris in her or his room. For example. So while the setting is in the past, I don't feel like the relationships seem to be all that past, you know? They seem more recent times. So I don't feel like that would be an excuse. Anyway, I guess if I get angry about that every time someone has a normal conversation without having a fight, I'm very occupied for the rest of the route, so I'll just knock it off.
今日は食べに行くだけ？トルタは寄っていかないの？
We're just eating together. I smoothed out some of my bad hair. What? Ah, okay. I smoothed out some of my bad hair, put on a coat, and returned to the entrance.
ああ、久しぶりだったのに。
We're off. Leaving just that, we stepped outside.
そういえば、彼女のバイトはもう終わったんだっけ？
Yeah, we're probably too late.
そっか。ちょっと残念。
Did you want to see her?
そういうわけじゃないけど。
As we were talking, we arrived at our destination. It came a bit sooner than expected.
結構近いんだ。
Yeah, I found out only recently myself. Asino introduced me to it.
へえ。
And just when I considered the possibility we might meet Fowl right as she was about to leave, she came out of the trattoria.
あれ？クリスさん？
Good evening. We sort of decided to have dinner here. I stepped aside to let Torta, who was standing behind me, come up front.
こんにちは。あ、どうも、こんにちは。
Yeah, that is kinda awkward. At that moment, Fowl staggered forward a few steps, as though having been pushed from behind.
どうしたんですか？
To my surprise, Asino appeared from behind her. Oh, so maybe Asino is an orphan as well? And that is why he was so angry with Chris about being undecided, you know? Playing with Fal's future and stuff like that. Just a possibility. Just a possibility. Huh? Asino?
ああ、ごめんなさい。ちょうど今、アーシノさんとお店で会って。
ああ、クリスか。お前も食べに来たところか？
Yep, with Torta.
こんにちは。
どうも。
でも、今日は来ないって言ってなかった？
I didn't plan to, but...
私が来たいって言っただけですから。そうだったんですか。でも、私はちょうどバイトが終わったところで。いえ、別に。
You were You are about to go home, right? That is too bad. But we'll just eat together then.
そうだね。じゃあ私は帰るからごゆっくり。アーシノさんもまた来てくださいね。
ええ。それじゃあ。
See you. Torta casually nodded her head in response. It would have been too much to stop Fal from going home and have her join us for dinner. And since it seemed that Asino just ate, I figured I should just go together with Torta, as initially planned. See ya, Asino. We're going to eat.
ん？ああ、またな。
Asino answered inattentively. He didn't seem too interested in talking to us. He hurriedly said his goodbyes and walked away. After watching him go, Torta and I went inside. So yeah, now it's super obvious. Asino has some kind of relation with Fal. We just don't know what. Is he into her? Is he just another orphan? And they know each other from orphanage. Are they maybe siblings? I don't know. Something like this is going on in the backstage areas. I don't know about it, and I don't like it.
結構いいところだね。
Torta's first impressions were surprisingly positive. But after that, she didn't say much anymore for some reason. Dinner went by just shy of complete silence. She had been enthusiastic when she first tasted the lasagna recommended by Fal, but there had been a strange mood floating around after that. Yeah, it's kinda weird, huh? Is something wrong, except everything being wrong?
あ、なんでもないよ。
You can't fool me. You've been acting strangely all night. Did you not like the place?
それはないって。ただ、ちょっと気になることがあって。
Like what?
クリスには全然関係ないこと。ごめんね。せっかく久しぶりに一緒にご飯食べられたのに。
That's okay. You didn't.
そういうことだから気にしないで。
Yeah, I don't believe you though. Got it. Torta had come back to her usual cheerful self, but I was still left with a poor taste in my mouth. I decided to let it slide, as I probably wouldn't be getting any answers by pressing her anyway. I'll be going home now.
私も帰るね。また明日。ってわけにはいかないんだっけ。また今度ね。
Yeah, see you next time. That was weird. Ha! I felt a pang of remorse at Torta's words. Despite that, I had been able to discuss many things with her today. Oh, next day already. Okie dokie. Dramatic music? My practice sessions with Val had begun in December. By Natale, she had learn reading. I guess beating my leg up won't help me reading. But when I get angry at myself and I'm sitting here, I always hit my leg for some reason. Why do I do that? It's like I'm S and M at the same time. It's kind of weird. My practice sessions with Val had begun in December. By Natale, she had officially become my partner for graduation. Ever since then, I'd practiced more than I would have ever imagined being capable of. And before I knew it, we had entered the final week. Rather than feeling pain, I felt more fulfilled being able to mean something to someone. My thoughts loomed to the sacrifices I had made. I had to make to arrive at this point. There we go. Ari probably wouldn't read a letter of mine, even if I sent one. If anything, it was a viable excuse. But she would still know whether the letter itself had arrived or not. I was probably afraid to send the letter. Afraid of betraying Ari even more than I already had. And, well, it was a very self-centered thought. I was afraid of what would happen when Val found out. How would she react if I told her I had broken up with Arietta? What if I told her I had made amends with her?
クリス
Huh? When I snapped back to reality, I found Farney peering at my face with a look of concern. I'd woken up just after noon and hadn't felt like doing anything. Before I knew it, evening had arrived. Had she been worrying about me all day? Her expression was unusually bleak. It told me she was seriously concerned about me.
起きてから何にも食べてないんでしょ
I'll eat something when I get hungry. I wasn't as depressed as Farney might have thought. There was nothing wrong with my health. I just felt unbelievably sluggish. I was overcome by a sense of irritation that did not exist when I was with Val or Torta. Because today was Sunday, my recollections of Ari were far more vivid. And I was waiting for a letter that would never arrive. Or was I? Today I endlessly repeated such questions to myself. If I went to the mailbox right now, and there was a letter from Ari inside, would I be happy? Unless that actually happened, I would never know.
わかった。もういいよ。
Sorry.
謝らないで。それならもうちょっと元気出してくれる方がずっといい。
I mean, if today there was a letter from Ari, it would be basically like, so apparently you're okay with us breaking up because you didn't write back or anything. So actually, I don't know if a letter from Ari would be really favorable for you, Chris. Maybe I should go check the mailbox then.
来るの
No, probably not.
ならなんで見に行くの
Because I want to check. I went to check the mailbox for reasons that Fawny wouldn't find convincing. Playing with the lid of the mailbox, I checked and confirmed the emptiness numerous times. Then finally went back to my room. I repeated this process several times, until it had gotten dark out. In the end, Fawny never brought up our usual Sunday ensemble. She was simply there for me until I fell asleep, acting as though the letter never existed. Acting as though she had forgotten all about our tradition. I had gone to such lengths to obtain approval from Val to get the day off, and I ended up wasting it just like that. Yeah, you should have made the decision earlier, man. I mean, I know your situation right now sucks, but it's all on you. It's all on you. This morning marked the second time I had gone to the institute on a Monday without sending anything. My life here would probably come to an end before I'd have the chance to get used to this routine. The original plan was to complete our graduation recital, then return to our hometown right after the graduation ceremony. So the letters would have ended there, no matter what had or hadn't happened. Under normal conditions, today might have been my last, I thought as I glanced at the mailbox. Not with regret, but with a sense of sentimentality. They were so close to graduation. This was such a short time before he met Arietta again. I don't get it, man. Also, sweat is running into my eyes, but just on a side note. Good morning.
Ohayo.
That cheerful voice. The time I spent practicing with Val. I realized I had completely gotten used to the cycle that I'd unconsciously wandered into. The scent lingering in the practice room calmed my mind. It wasn't just the scent though. Simply the fact that she was here gave me peace of mind. And my feelings of guilt at joining that peace of mind progressively became stronger. The letter I didn't send, and the letter that didn't arrive. It was another Blue Monday.
どうしたのそんな顔して。やっぱり月曜日は辛い？
Sort of.
せっかくお休みにしたのに、ちゃんと休まなかったの？
That's not really it.
なら。
After my bitter reply, Val was about to ask the reason, but quickly shut her lips again. Perhaps it was intuition. She was pretty sharp after all. She might have realized it. Val knew about Ari's breakup letter I received on the Sunday of last week, so she must have been thinking that something had happened yesterday, even though nothing actually did. I didn't receive a letter from Ari, nor did I write one to her. But still, it cast a shadow over my heart.
じゃあ、練習しようか。夢中になって練習してれば、その間だけでも忘れていられるよ。ダメ？
No. You're right. Thanks. Sorry to have you constantly concerned over me about such trivial matters.
クリスさんに練習をさせるいいチャンスだったからね。
Yeah. After all, I'm always slacking, right?
そう思うなら、はい、練習。あと5日で本番なんだから。
Val urged me to start by clapping her hands, exactly like the teacher of the music classes I used to attend. I did as I was instructed and set myself up in the prescripted position, then rested my fingers on the fortel. I opened the score sheet on the first page and shifted my gaze toward Val. Our eyes met, and we synchronized our breathing. When we both felt we were ready, I used the first notes as a sign to start. Whenever a performance got going, my hands would start moving of their own accord. While my hands wouldn't withdraw from the keyboard, the music progressed beyond my awareness. It was like I was watching the scene from afar. But today, I did not experience the usual exhilaration. Amidst this heart-wrenching atmosphere, all I could do was wish that the music would never end. Those powerful emotions manifested themselves into my notes and shook my body and soul. As the piece came closer to the end, the emotions grew even stronger, until finally, it was all over. Sorry, I just wanted to hear once the look at me, listen to me part. I didn't realize this at first, but was snapped out of my trance shortly. It was the girl's words that dragged my consciousness from somewhere beyond my body back to reality.
Chris-san.
What is it? And why are you calling me Chris-san? Did someone enter?
なんて言ったらいいか。
Her eyes wandered about in hesitation for a moment, until she finally gathered her resolve and continued.
すごく良かったよ。
Thanks. It was an admiration from the bottom of her heart, or something like that. Val looked at me with sultry eyes and made no attempt to avert them even after I noticed.
何が違うんだろうね。
Hey, the man was feeling the blues. The man has a broken heart, is in love at the same time, and your song kinda has a jazzy tune to it, like, at least kinda, you know. So man, this guy is like Muddy Waters, John Lee Hooker, and other blues musicians at the same time. He's feeling it, man. Lady. Along with those words, Val suddenly looked away. Sadness spread across her face and she went silent. Huh? What's wrong? What was different?
私の歌とクリスさんのフォルテール。
Well, they're two completely different things in the first place.
そうじゃなくて、もっと根本から違う気がするの。ほら、前にも言ったでしょ。私には足りないものがあるって。
Yeah.
クリスさんの音にはそれが感じられるの。具体的にはやっぱりわからなくて。
I see.
私になくてクリスさんにあるもの。
Val murmured to no one in particular. Excuse me. Sorry. At that point, a fundamental aspect of the foretell came to mind. Maybe it's magic.
魔力ってフォルテールを弾くために必要な。
Never mind, that was a stupid thought. That's what makes song and foretells completely different in the first place.
ねえ、魔力って何なのかな。
I tried to cover up my stupidity, but Val interrupted me with a question. Well...
私も授業で習ったことがあるから、まだそれが何なのかきちんと解明されてないのはもちろん知ってる。でもね、クリスさんにとってそれって何なのかな。実際にフォルテールを弾いている人にしかわからない、なんていうのかな、感覚とかってあるの？
No, it happens completely unconsciously, I think. In my case, the only reason I found out was because there happened to be a foretell in the music classroom.
何か 特別なことをしたり感じたりはしなかった？
I guess I attended. I used to attend. When I touched it, sound came forth. Okie dokie. I don't remember doing anything in particular. As for feeling something, I'm not sure really.
結局何もわからないか。
Val said with a resigned smile. Seeing that, I felt obligated to say something to her. Was I supposed to tell her about how I had felt magic was my emotion that time I performed with Thorny? But then, it was a problem without a clever answer. I decided to bring it up anyway, in the hopes I could raise her spirits a bit. But there is an interesting theory I feel I can sympathize with.
説ってどんなの？
A theory that magic is emotion. It was just something an instructor mentioned in passing, though. It wasn't in any textbooks.
感情。うん。それは聞いたことがあるよ。
Anger, delight, sadness, that kind of stuff, according to that instructor.
なら、クリスさんは。
Val shut her lips again, as though immediately hiding something that had jumped to her mind.
そういう説もあるってだけの話だね。
Or maybe he was saying he was in love with you. Is that what she thought? Now this time I'm really wondering what she thought. Did she think it's about him being heartbroken about Ari? Or does she think it's about him being in love with her or something? Now that is a good question. Yeah, that's all I wanted to say. God, diggity damn it, why do I always do this? Now it was my turn to recall something. That day, when I was completely unable to feel the thing I believed felt to be missing, as though the final piece of the puzzle had fallen into place. At that time, she must have been going through hardships, and she must have felt sadness. After a long silence, Val looked at me with a completely different expression than she had been wearing until now.
クリスさん。
I was taken aback by that expression for a moment.
クリスさんは今 楽しい。
She probably recognized the emotions mingled in with my tones correctly. Just as how I'd been able to feel a sense of parting from Thorny-san. No, I lied and took a step backward to widen the distance between us, as I felt we were standing far too close for comfort. Val in turn took a step forward to close the gap again and continued.
私なら
At a distance our breath grazed each other's cheeks, she looked at me with burning eyes. I felt this wasn't right, but I didn't move. All it took for me was one more step, and I would be past the point of no return. I loathed myself for no longer thinking this was something I shouldn't do, and stronger desires took control over my mind. The girl abruptly closed her eyes and inched ever closer. It was as though my hands no longer belonged to myself as I brought them up to caress her cheek. But at that moment, we snapped out of it simultaneously, and Val cast down her now deep red face.
あのね
Yeah?
忘れて今のは忘れて何でもないから
Sure. Val gathered the sheets she had dropped on the floor in a panic, wiping off the dust from them, never meeting my gaze. I still couldn't move and kept watching on in a daze. If those sheets had never dropped to the floor, I would certainly have.
さてお昼までまだ時間はあるしまだまだ練習しないとね
Yeah.
お腹は空いてるもしよかったら先に食べる
No, I'm still fine.
そうそれならいいんだけど
Ooh. Should we end it here? Nah, let's keep going. We want to make progress, and since I have time, we should keep going. At least a little bit, maybe to the next day or something. One thing I want to mention though, the whole theory about the magic of the foretell being emotion, that would make sense why all the singers and foretellists who do the final exam together end up being a couple, you know? Like, if it's about emotion, and love is a strong emotion, as we all know, it would make sense that all the great musicians would be a couple. I mean, you know, that would make sense. With us both still shaken by what happened earlier, our practice session afterward had hardly been productive. Oh, by the way, can I just say I hate silly kiss fake-outs? Like, they were so close, but then a spider cuffed, and they stopped. Like, come on, man. It was a piece of paper. It was not even someone interrupting them, it was a piece of paper. I saw Val off in the hallway as she left for work, but my heart was still beating rapidly, and I couldn't get myself to calm down. I was hesitant to think too much about these newly flared-up emotions, or to put them into words. I unconsciously whispered the name of a certain other girl, and suddenly recalled what she had written in a letter. Had Ari been aware it would come to this?
それでもいつかファルシータさんのことはクリスにも分かる時が来ると思う。その時でいいから心の中だけでもいいから私のことを許してくれると嬉しいかな。
I mean, you have a strong argument on your side, though, that it wouldn't have come this far if Ari didn't break up with you already. I think that is a rather strong argument on your side. I hadn't been able to settle down after yesterday's incident. If I'd opened the door before me, Val would be there. She would probably smile and say good morning. This process would undoubtedly continue until the graduation recital. I hadn't abandoned my responsibilities to a point where I could feel genuinely happy about that quite yet. But when I stood before the practice room like this, and imagined Val on the other side, my heart began to race, and I could no longer stifle my excitement. I took a deep breath and smoothed out my appearance before opening the door. Good morning. I called out as I stepped in, but it was quite the letdown to find no reply forthcoming. Maybe she's not here yet. It was still 5 minutes shy of the appointed time, but Fall normally arrived long before me. I decided to prepare my score sheets and foretell in the meantime. As I tapped the pile of sheets on my lap to straighten it out, yesterday's events came back to me vividly. If back then, those sheets had not fallen to the floor by accident, I wondered if I would have kissed her. The answer was pretty clear. The facts hadn't come forth due to a coincidental event, but the truth existed in my heart, and it had already given me the answer. Which was why I repeated the same excuses in my mind. Ari knew me even better than I did myself. Dude, no! No! Like, it didn't have to be like that. Especially right now, he's in such a different situation. Like, if he would have stayed together with with Ari, maybe he would have felt the same urge to kiss Fall in this situation, but maybe he wouldn't have done it because he still felt the responsibility. And we all know, I think we all know, there are, even in a long-lasting, there's a famous German literature critic who once said, if I would have divorced my wife every time I had a crush, we would have had divorced a lot of times. Like, sometimes you have sudden, unreasonable feelings, especially if you were separated for such a long time. But the question is, would that be worth giving everything up you had before that? And maybe you would have reacted reasonable if you were still together with her. But now you're happy that she let you go deep inside of yourself, and you did this. Like, don't give her bonus points for this nonsense. That's what I'm trying to say. I hate love stories like these. That's why I don't watch soap operas. Makes no fucking sense. Everyone behaves unreasonable. No one behaves reasonable. It's fucking stupid. She had accurately pinpointed what would happen to me. Jesus. Okay. By the way, if you're angry with me right now, like, comment, and subscribe. Tell me why I'm a douchebag and what I don't get. Actually, really tell me what I don't get about this whole situation. That would be interesting to me. Like, maybe I'm just missing a major detail and everyone behaves reasonable and I'm just stupid. Knowing that, she responded accordingly by sending me the letter that would end our relationship. And she had even written this in the end. Please forgive me.
Chris-san, ohayo.
Oh, good morning. It's pretty rare for you to be late.
ちょっとコーデル先生と話しててね。今週で全部終わるから担当している生徒の最後の確認をしてるんだって。それで今日のお昼からまた聞かせてほしいんだって。
Why did she ask you? Could it be that she doesn't trust me?
たまたま通りかかったからでしょ。
Did you have some business in the main building?
まあね、講師の先生に頼まれたことがあって。
Wait, what? Did you have to copy something again?
正解。
Even with the recital coming up?
でも、たったの5部だから。
The amount is kind of besides the point here.
ほら、バイトも早く終わるようになったから、寝る前にほんのちょっとやれば終わるよ。
Then what's the point of getting off from work early in the first place?
大丈夫だって。そういうのも含めて信頼して頼んでくれるんだから。
Okay, although I think there's a limit to diligence.
もう、性分だと思って諦めて。
Well, if you say so, then I'll shut up about it. But I would have helped if you asked me, you know.
本当？なら頼めばよかったかな。
Yeah, really. Have I ever refused to help you with anything?
それもそうだね。じゃあ次からは頼もうかな。
No, please refuse yourself next time. We both laughed. After that, the atmosphere, thankfully, never became awkward. Val didn't appear to be forcing herself to cover up what happened yesterday. She had fully accepted it and had a smile plastered on her face. Our relationship had evidently changed. I would no longer let Ari get in between Val and I anymore. By now, I might as well admit that I had fallen in love with her. Isn't that the perfect way to end things? I don't know.
それでは用意を済ませてすぐにでも始めてもらおうか。
Shut up, sensei. Perfect ending. Now you screwed it up. God damn it, teachers. But that was the perfect ending. I don't care what you say. So, he finally admitted something to himself. I mean, personally, I still think it is stupid. I still think it is very stupid. He should have... First of all, this is okay. Now, I can complain a lot and never make a better strategy plan. So let me tell you what I would have done in Chris's situation from the very beginning. So listen up. Wait a minute. Jesus, it's still warm over here. I mean, not as warm as it was, but still warm. Close to 30 degrees, 27, 28, something like that. At least I think so. Alright, so what I would have done if I was Chris. First of all, I wouldn't have let things escalate as quickly as he did. I wouldn't have let her come to my room, and I wouldn't have gone to her room. Now, if I realized that I developed feelings for this girl, I mean, Val is not out of the world after you graduate. First of all, you could have met up with Ari to sort out your feelings you have for her. Because apparently, until very recently, you at least had some left. I know your relationship started to, became less and less a thing over the course of these 3 years. I get that. But as mentioned before, when he was at the train station and he was like, he became really excited when he thought about Ari arriving there and stuff. So, it's kind of weird. Like, Chris did basically everything wrong. He should have played this over a long time without getting everyone involved into this. He shouldn't have been so obvious that Torta realized that something was wrong. He shouldn't have told Ari anything about this, except for that he chose a different partner than Torta. Basically, he messed everything up from the very beginning. He made everyone worry for no reason. He decided stuff. He didn't decide stuff when he made everyone worry. If you came so far as to worry everybody, then you have to make a decision. That he didn't do, and Ari made the decision for him, which apparently he's pretty happy with, so hey. But this way, he basically kicked everyone in the balls for no reason. He kicked Ari in the balls, he kicked Torta in the balls. And I don't know, we don't know yet why he kicked Asino in the balls, but apparently he also kicked him in the balls. So, he did everything wrong. Everything. He could have been honest. I mean, another option is, from the very beginning, he could have broken up with Ari. That is also a possibility. If you don't feel it anymore, you don't feel it anymore. Be honest about it. Finish it. I mean, it would be weird, I know, like 2 months before you return home. But hey, that is life. It would have been more honest than whatever he did. He did everything wrong. Everything. And now I'm gonna end the episode before it goes over 50 minutes. So, thank you everybody for watching. Come back for the next episode. And I'll see you then. Bye bye.